Party music to get the weekend started. It's Memorial Day weekend. How's everybody doing? Um, I'm getting the party started here. Usually I'm trailing on Sunday night to get this video up, but it's Friday. The market just closed, and I don't want to think about this stuff for the next 3 days. I just want to enjoy the break. Again, this is welcome to the Retirement Savings Challenge. This is week 20. Let's get this going. For those of you that don't know what's happening here, I created a challenge for myself to save for retirement. There's tons of people over 50 that have not started saving for retirement. So I don't know if they're just planning to keep working till they die or what, but if you don't want to do that, then you have to start planning. Hopefully you started in your 20s, 30s, even 40s. But if you haven't started, this is kind of a little help to show you that even if you start late, you can still save a little bit of money so that you can have that to help you out as you age. And anyways, this is it. I started saving $50 a week into a Schwab Roth IRA the beginning of 2026, and I'll be doing that for the next 5 years. And I'm gonna try and document every week that I am doing this. And so far we're in week 20, and if I'm able to do this for the next 5 years, assuming 10% rate of return, I'll have close to 19,000, which is 19,000 more than I didn't have if I never did this. So January 2031 will be a new goal, depending on how close I am to retirement. We'll see. But this is just an exercise to show anybody that they can save $20 a week, $100 a week, $500 a week. Well, that's more than you can fit in a Roth. But at my age, we can save up to 8,000 for the calendar year on a Roth. So that's roughly about 650, 660 a month. But it doesn't just have to be a Roth. You can open up a brokerage account. You can hopefully have a 401k or a 457 that you're contributing to, especially if there's a match. Do it. You'll thank yourself later that you did. Moving along. Again, like I said, this is week 20, week of May 18th, 2026. And on Tuesday, May 19th, I deposited my $50 into the Schwab Roth IRA. The same day, I bought one share of Maine, which is a new position that I have. It's a business development. I forgot the last letter. Anyways, the Maine is the main thing that I liked about it is its dividend. It's one of the best monthly paying dividends. It pays a little bit over 8%, maybe 8.5, or close to it. So that's actually already pretty close to what I was wanting at 10%. So any capital appreciation will help bump that up. So it's kind of a no-brainer. It was sitting at in the maybe 55, maybe a little bit over that, and it's just tanked recently. So it's especially today, Friday, it went below 50, the first time in over a year. So hopefully it stays down. I think that the reason why it's down is because inflation is up, and I think that the interest rates are going up, which hurts its business. So, but for our purpose, it's good because we can load up on it, load up on something that will, dividends are not a sure thing, but looking at Maine's history, they've been giving it for the most part consistently. So that's what I'm gonna do, especially at the way the market is right now at all-time highs. It may it may be safe to invest in some of the dividend stocks. So that's what I'm doing, and that's it. It's usually there's like 3 or 4 different things during the week that happen, but that's it. That's it for this week, and that's fine by me. So these are my holdings as of week 20. I think last week it was all green. This week, 2 of them flipped to red, which is negative. So we'll just go by it one at a time. We have Apple at positive 20%, 20.42%. Amazon is at whopping 32.04%. Now ARCC, which is the same as Maine, is a business development. I can't remember the last letter again, but ARC and Maine are essentially the same. ARC I've been investing in a long time, I think, but for our purpose, for this account, I invested in ARCC maybe a couple months ago, and now it's at negative 0.68%. Maine, again, this is a new one. Just started this week and it's already negative 1.64%. Meta is pretty flat at 0.39%. So I'm still loading up on it every chance I get. This is on another account, not this one, but Microsoft is at positive 5.35%. Nvidia at 20.37%. You got UNH at 36.47%. I think I might just sell out on that pretty soon because it's a really small position, and the way it is at 36% unrealized gains, I don't know if I'll be adding to it anytime soon, but we'll see. Did I skip Visa? No, Visa. Visa's next at positive 8.94%. And the 2 ETFs that I have are SCHD, which is at 4.95%, and SCHG, which is probably my biggest holding out of all of these, at 13.29%. That's been powering my total investment, my portfolio. So this is what it looks like as a whole for 20 weeks. We've been investing $50 a week. So we're at now 1,000 invested, and I'll get back to that later. So the portfolio balance as of week 20 is at $1,073.28, which brings us to an unrealized gain of 7.33%, or in dollar terms, $73.28. I would make if I sold the whole thing. If I just cashed out and liquidated the whole Roth, that's what I would have gained. It's $73 that I didn't have. So final thoughts. I'm gonna pat myself on the back, since I've made it to 1,000. I was reading the other day that on Bankrate, or one of the I think it was a Bankrate article or emergency savings survey, that only 47% of Americans have $1,000 of liquid cash for emergencies. So basically, if 53% of you are the only ones, if your tire pops, or you go to the emergency room for something, or I don't know what's $1,000. I don't even know what the $1,000 emergency is anymore. But basically, half of you will have to put it in a credit card. Go into debt for it. But I just wanted to pat myself in the back for not being on that half. And I encourage you, please, if you can, just give yourself that cushion. It just helps with the stress level, that to know that you have something to fall back on in case of emergencies. And you know, using credit cards are never the right thing to do. And when I was younger, I maxed them out. Had to, and I'm sure a lot of people right now are in that same boat. You can't help it, but just use it. So I'm considering myself fortunate that I was able to just from this beginning of the year get to 1,000 saved. Because, like I said, half of you out there can't even have, don't have that. And with that said, um, happy Memorial Day weekend. Take a break. I don't want to think about money or stocks or anything for the next 3 days. Again, the market is closed on Monday, so business as usual on Tuesday. So take a break. Go out, watch games, or watch a movie, or go call a friend, cook some barbecue, whatever. Just take a break and enjoy. That said, this is the disclaimer that always pops up at the end. I am not a financial advisor. This is just me sharing my own financial journey in hopes to inspire people to start saving for retirement as soon as possible. If you like what you're hearing, press the like button and comment if you disagree or agree, or if you think that there's other stocks out there that are better. Let me know. You know, I'm not the guru of this. I'm just a regular guy with a 9 to 5 or 8 to 4 job that's just trying to, you know, prepare for the future. And subscribe if you like it. Subscribe. Let hopefully this channel circulates, as 99.99999% of people have not seen this yet. And hopefully it'll catch traction. And anyways, yeah. So that's it. Time to go. I'll be seeing you guys, and enjoy some music.